1,260. The status of COVID is that our numbers are still continuing to rise. By this morning, we had a total of 1,796 cases, accumulated cases, and of those, 1,698 are prisoners, 126 are staff, and 68 are relatives of the staff. Fortunately, in the recovery category, we have 1,539, and the active cases in our treatment centers are 253. Death, we have had 5 deaths, 3 prisoners, 1 staff, and 1 staff relative. And it's a record which is still, I think, the best in the whole world. We have not a significant drop of cases in the last week, because the previous week we had 156 cases detected in prisons. I always answer this, why do we have this number? Because as long as police is continuing to arrest, we still have to continue having these numbers in our facilities. And these are all identified in isolation centers. I am saying there was a drop from 156 to this last week, which only had 39. And I remember some of your colleagues in Western were raising an alarm that 13 prisoners had been detected from Rwanda prison, which is our isolation center, and they were moved to Barara. And I was telling them it is normal, and we are expecting that one, because as long as there is arrests and bringing in, those cases cannot be avoided. But we thank God that the numbers have dropped from 156 to 39. That's a very significant drop. 2, last week we started the vaccination of prisoners that are above 50 years of age, and those who are below 50 but have ailments that may compromise their health in case of contracting COVID. And we hope by the end of the week, the exercise will be done. And of course, the 2,000 doses are not enough, because in that category we have about 6,700 prisoners. But we thank God that we have received those, because even when you look at the national grid, almost only 1 million over 18 million supposed to be vaccinated have been vaccinated. And we are very optimistic that as the vaccines keep coming, we shall continue to benefit. Of course, we still have a deficit of about 7,000 doses for the staff getting the second dose. But we are also hopeful that as the vaccines continue coming in, we shall be able to vaccinate. Now, important thing that has happened is that we had exams. And the exams of PLE, the total number I am grouping. Of course, when the minister was reading, she mentioned the Upper Prison Center. But we have very many centers. We have Upper, we have Namaru, we have Mofuku, we have Arua, we have Nakasongola, we have Rira, we have Kuru, we have Kitaria, we have Barara, we have Masaka and Masindi. All those, we had primary living examinations conducted in the neighboring primary school. And a total of 152 candidates participated in the last primary education exams. And their breakdown are as follows. Division 1, we had 20 prisoners. Division 2, we had 73 prisoners. Division 3, we had 28 prisoners. Division 4, we had 23 prisoners. Ungraded were 10 prisoners, and total failure was 1 prisoner. So I wish to congratulate all those inmates that passed the exams, and I want to encourage these ones that were not able to make it, try again. You only completely fail if you fail to try again. Another issue is about questions coming up to us that the numbers are going high from 59, 61, 63, 64. What is Uganda Prison Service doing to reduce these numbers? One of the things we have done is to do our routine submissions, which are geared towards reducing the numbers. And one of such is we have submitted 682 names of prisoners to the Prerogative of Mercy Committee headed by the Attorney General for possibility of pardon. I don't want to be misquoted. I want you to understand. Every July of the year, we submit those names which we deem fit for pardon. And it is the discretion of the Prerogative of Mercy Committee to look through and forward to the President for pardon or to sit on the lists and then the year passes without the pardon. But for us, it is a religious submission of every July, and that's what we have done. This year round, we have submitted 682 names for a possibility of pardon. And the categories of these people are as follows. All pet offenders that have finished 3/4 of their sentence they are part of this group. All convicted capital offenders that are remaining with 6 months to go home, they are part of this group. All overaged convicted offenders that have finished half of their sentence. When we talk of overaged, that is 65 and above, they are part of this category. When we talk of convicts of rogue and vagabond, even those who have just started the sentence, as long as they were in prison at the time of compilation, they are part of the group. And then we have the pregnant women and breastfeeding women, together with those minor offenders who have ailing at the name status. This is like the terminally ill, like the cancer and the like. So all of those names have totaled the ones we found in the system, 682, and we have actually submitted this list to the Attorney General for purposes of, if they so wish, consider their pardon. Like we agreed under Jeros, that in the circumstances we are supposed to be given a quarterly submission of those people that have been arrested on the charges, who are still on remand, but are still on the arrested in the charges of connection with COVID-19 issues. We have submitted a list of 170 people to the DPP, so that the DPP takes the necessary action. I don't know what necessary action the DPP wants to take, but that is the agreement we have as Jeros partners, that we are supposed to quarterly inform the DPP of how many are under our charge in relationship to this case of COVID-19. Those who are deemed to have committed cases related to COVID-19. That's why the numbers are small. There are those who go and steal. When you steal, they don't call it COVID-19 problem. It is those who are violating the curfew, those who are illegally carrying the people, those who are riding borders at the wrong time. Those are the ones who, those who go to the discos and bars at night against the rules. Those are the ones we talk about, COVID-19 related cases. And we have submitted them, and we think